The topic of this week's discussion is art in the everyday world. So I looked around for a while and had to think for a while for what I was going to talk about. So I finally decided on two pieces of textile that are made from leather, and they both originate from the same place. So the first one is these coasters that I use every day, and here they are, and they have the map of Argentina on them. They say Argentina up here, and there's a little compass up to the side. Once again, Argentina. So I'm going to remove one so you can see it in better detail. And then the next one is this leather belt. So I use these in my everyday life. I use the coasters here at my table or desk where I sit and do most of my schoolwork. I usually have a bottle of water or something to drink, and I use my belt every day to hold my pants up. I actually have two of these belts. One of them is a lighter color than this one. This is a darker one. So if you see the belt, it's pretty detailed, and you can definitely tell it's handmade because if you look at the stitching, it's like a double stitching, and the strings are really thick, and it's not a string that you would normally use. And then on the back, you can tell once again, if you look at the strings, how they were done. It's not the way a machine would do it. I'm sure the buckle isn't handmade, but the leather is. The leather's hand tanned. And if you look at these little coasters, you can tell the detail in them as well. I mean, they probably use some sort of press to get the map on it and get the little compass and get the letters on it and the embroidery, but everything else is definitely handmade. The leather's hand processed. So for the coasters, you can see a lot of contrast on the border of it because it's a darker color. And then when you look at the center of it, it's a lighter brown. So that shows a lot of contrast between it. And they definitely put a lot of work and a lot of thought into the design. It's simple, but it looks good and it'll make tourists buy it. And we can enjoy it in our everyday life. And then the belt is the same thing. It's very minimalistic. And but it looks nice and it's well done, and it has that great leather smell that you expect to smell when you buy a piece of new leather. And the reason the medium was chosen is because in South America and in Argentina they have a lot of beef production, a lot of cattle, and the medium was easily available to the person that made it, and they made it out of necessity to feed their families. A lot of them depend on this for their livelihood, and this is how they pay for their kids to go to school, how they pay for their homes,